everybody! Look, I'm wearing a sparkly shirt. This is a maternity shirt that I found for $2. So, just thought I would mention that. You find the coolest deals sometimes. Anyway, today we're going to talk about prenatals. Which prenatal do I take, and what do I take on top of my prenatal? So let's do that. After that, I'm going to talk about what do some of the plant-based doctors in the plant-based movement and community, what do they recommend for prenatals? So first, let's get to what I take. The prenatal that I picked out, okay, it's by Mega Food is the brand. Mega Food, food. And Baby and Me is what they call it. So I chose to take this prenatal because this is the brand that I used when I found out last year, about a year ago, that I had a B12 deficiency. I started taking B12, and this is the brand. The B complex that I purchased was the same brand, and it brought my B12 levels right up to where they should be again. And so I trust this brand, okay? I really trust this brand. I really like this brand. It makes me feel good knowing that I know it helped me with my B12 already. So obviously this is very absorbable, and I did really well on it. So I decided I wanted to take this. So what's in here? Okay, it has a million different things, so I'm not going to read it all. But I'm just saying it's got a lot of, it's got everything you need for pregnancy, to get you through your pregnancy. It's also, you can take this while you're nursing if you want that added nutrition during nursing time. But I like how this is made out of whole foods. It's made out of carrots, organic oranges, cabbage, brown rice. There's a vegetable in here I can't pronounce. You'll just have to look it up. And then they've got like chamomile and raspberry leaf and ginger and dandelion and spinach and whole oranges, whole blueberries and cranberries. So it's got all these really wonderful natural ingredients in here. And then for other ingredients, it has plant cellulose, vegetable lubricant, and silica. So there's nothing weird or crazy that they put in here. You know, the other thing, you know, it's non-GMO, it's certified gluten-free, vegetarian, tested to not have any herbicides or pesticides, soy-free, dairy-free, farm-fresh, and kosher. So, you know, everything you could want as a person who's on like a whole food or, you know, mainly whole foods diet. This is perfect. No crazy added fillers. They keep that to a minimum with this brand, pretty much across the board from what I've seen. So, because this is such a high quality product, and I really truly believe this is a high quality product, they charge quite a bit. So, in my opinion, this is going to cost, I bought this at Natural Foods, which is a chain of health food stores. This cost me about $30, and this is a 1-month supply. So this is $30 a month, okay? I couldn't believe I was about to spend that much on a prenatal. But the other one I wanted was by Garden of Life, that brand. They charge $50 a month. So high quality prenatals are going to cost you for real. But I think it's worth it. I think I'm going to stick with this. But you know, really all I want to say, my advice is, if you can't afford $30 a month, I totally understand. I don't even know, I may decide to switch to something a little more affordable later on. But the main thing here is this has folate, 80 milligrams of folate from broccoli. And most people they've never heard of folate. They've heard of folic acid, which is the same thing, except folic acid is synthetic. There have been studies that have come out showing that women who take folic acid for 3 years are linked to higher risk of breast cancer. Please look into this. So that is the major thing that I will definitely look for if I decide to change brands. I will never take folic acid, ever. Okay, so anyway, this is a great product. And then, so what do I take on top of my prenatal? So I take 2 things. So this is algae omega. Okay, so this is like taking a fish oil pill, except this is made out of algae instead of actually made out of fish. So there's some science that says that the baby growing inside needs the omega-3 fatty acids. And even if you eat things like chia seeds and hemp seeds, you may not be getting enough DHA and EPA. So when we eat things like chia seeds and hemp seeds, walnuts, whatever, you know, there's lots of things that have it. We're going to be getting the omega-3 fatty acids, and ALA is what we convert it into. And then from there, our bodies are supposed to convert the ALA into EPA and DHA, from how I understand it. Well, not everybody has the capability to make that conversion. And from the studies that I've looked into, and also you can find this on Joel Fuhrman's website, people who eat omega-3 rich foods, they may not be able, 50% of those people are unable to convert into DHA and EPA. Knowing that 50% of the population apparently cannot make that conversion, that's why I take this. Now, this is for brain function of the infant, for the fetus, whatever, and for your own benefit, because you're also absorbing it in your brain, and it's supposed to prevent things like Alzheimer's and, you know, cognitive issues, neurological issues in the future. So that's why I take this. I started taking it as soon as I found out I was pregnant. So why am I taking liquid algae instead of liquid fish oil? Because I don't eat fish, for one, and for two, a lot of times fish oils are rancid by the time you get them home. These do not go rancid as fast or quickly as fish oils. And another thing is, where do fish get their omega-3s? They get it from eating things like algae. That's where I'm getting mine. Anyway, so I take one of those a day. And then, so my prenatal has iodine in it. It has 150 micrograms of iodine. 150 micrograms is how much you need, like an adult woman needs, just to basic function throughout life. That's the healthy, like American standard, I believe, is 150 micrograms. When you're pregnant, you need more, about 200 micrograms, maybe a little more. I am going to link to a video. I'll probably put it in the about section of this video. Dr. Greger of nutritionfacts.org did a video on how pregnant women that are vegan or plant-based, and I've said in previous videos, I am not 100% vegan, but I mean, practically. So, with my diet, I mean. So, women who are vegan, who are pregnant, are more likely to have children that have iodine deficiency. So the way to prevent that is to get enough iodine in your body. And, you know, you could do that by eating fish or seaweed. So if you're vegan, you would want to eat seaweed, right? Well, I can't stand the taste of seaweed. I hate it, can't stand it, not going to eat it. Maybe like once a month I could force myself, but that's not enough. If you're eating nori, I think you need to eat it like 3 times a week in order to get enough. So what I do is I supplement a little extra. This is a local brand, and it's pretty high dose. So I only take this like 2 or 3 times a week. I don't need to take it every day because it's way too much. Because I only need like another 50 micrograms or so per day. So what I do is I take my prenatals every day, and then I take this, you know, 2 or 3 times a week just to supplement a little more iodine. And again, if you eat fish or if you eat dairy, you're not as high of a risk because your prenatal is going to have quite a bit of iodine. And if you're eating dairy, iodine is used to clean milk. So you're going to get a little bit of iodine, and that's going to boost it for you. But I don't eat milk in general. I mean, every now and then it slips into my diet, and it's not good for me because I'm allergic to it. But, you know, it just, if you're not getting any iodine, make sure you are supplementing, make sure you're eating seaweed. So that's it. Okay, so I'm going to talk really quick about what do the plant-based doctors in the plant-based movement say about prenatals. Okay, so I have right here, so Dr. McDougall, who wrote the Starch Solution, he's been in the movement for a very long time for plant-based. He actually recommends don't take any prenatal. And he doesn't talk about that in this book or anything. He talks about it, this is his name down here if you don't know who I'm talking about. But he talks about it in an article on his website. So if you Google Dr. McDougall pregnancy, there's a whole article he wrote on pregnancy nutrition. And he says don't take a prenatal. He says if you're on a healthy whole foods diet, you don't need to take anything. Okay, that's his opinion. That's his professional opinion. I chose to go ahead and take a prenatal anyway, but it's up to everyone, you know, what you're going to do. This guy, Dr. Neil Barnard, I had a hard time finding out what his recommendation is. He doesn't really specialize in that. He's more about preventing diabetes, reversing diabetes, which he's really good at. I think his recommendation was go ahead and take a prenatal. Caldwell Esselstyn, he's really good at reversing heart disease with his diet, his plant-based recommendations. I couldn't find anything. He doesn't go into the realm of pregnancy, I don't think. I don't think he has any recommendations that I could find. Now, we've got Joel Fuhrman. So he wrote Eat to Live, all that good stuff, End of Dieting. That's what he looks like. Okay, he does recommend to take a prenatal. He actually makes his own prenatal you can buy on his website. So they pretty much all recommend to take a prenatal, except for one of them. So my next video, I might do a video on pregnancy and this whole you need to eat extra protein and you need to eat extra calcium. Anyway, let me know if you want me to do a video on protein and calcium during pregnancy. Maybe I'll just do one. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful pregnancy.